shit that'll turn you white.
What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Thank you for showing up, man. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Let's get into it. I just wanted to jump on real quick and draw something from scratch for you guys. Just usually I come in here and I'm just refining things that I've already done or whatever, and just inking things and maybe coloring them or whatever. But today I figured I'll just do something from scratch, and I figured since we have the announcement of Jaime Reyes as Blue Beetle, I figured why not the Mr. Cobra Kai? I figured why not just draw Blue Beetle? So and maybe I think his name is Zolo. Maybe draw him in the costume, just no helmet or mask or whatever you want to call it, the thing that covers his face in the Blue Beetle costume. But yeah, also I wanted to let you guys know, if y'all didn't know, I do have my Blue Beetle design. I've seen this design on the backside that I put out. I wanted to make it very Aztec and sort of culturally correct or whatever. Maybe this is alien technology that's been here before, and maybe this is where Jaime came across it. I know that there was a Blue Beetle prior to Jaime becoming the new Blue Beetle of Earth, but I figured that hey, maybe they could do something with the design because it looked very plain. If you look at online, it's just blue. So I figured to give some detail, but I have seen a lot of other people sort of find my image, I guess, in Google Images or whenever you're searching, they just, oh hey, that's a interesting image. I'll just use that and pretend this is the new Blue Beetle design for the movie, which would be awesome if they did something like this, which I think they will. I think theirs is going to be a little bit more integral and maybe a little bit more fleshed out or whatever. This is just something easy, simple, and I thought it looked really cool. So I put it on a shirt and I was like, yo, this would be dope if it was seen like that. So yeah. But yeah, again, from last week also, if you are a Ghostbusters fan, I have a couple of Ghostbusters shirts on my Teespring and TeePublic store. If you wanted to check those out and grab yourself a shirt off of that. Yes, as you saw before, don't miss out on Thursdays, especially this Thursday, since Dawson and myself will not be there. I might show up. I might show up with the other guys, but I am going to be watching the Suicide Squad. I want to find out what that's all about. And I'm going in unbiased, whatever. I just want to check it out, see what's up. I had a really interesting phone call with Andre. He might show up in a bit. We kind of diagnosed what we think the Flash movie will be with these two guys, and what that's all about. So I think we have a pretty good handle on that. But without further ado, let me jump into the comments real quick and see who's here. Anthony, what's up, man? How you doing? Dr. Fate, if the Snyderverse is over, then what is the point anymore? Well, the point is that the show is going to go on regardless of who is running or who is at the helm. It's one creative got dismissed or sat down or put on the bench, and they're going another route. So hey, this is what they want to do. They're testing, or their water was the Suicide Squad. And so far, I mean, it's mixed reviews, but I've heard good and I've heard bad. So we'll see. And if it were all bad, if it were 100% bad reviews coming out for Suicide Squad, they'd probably be calling Zach like right on the phone, like, hey, I know you got this Netflix thing, but let's work something out. We'd love to have you back, blah, 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 but that's not happening. So as long as it's not happening, they are at least using the characters. They're at least, paying homage to what has come before it, instead of just, using a magic marker and erasing everything and starting from scratch completely. So, and that's why you get your J.K. Simmons. That's why you get your Ben Afflecks. That's why you get your, hopefully Henry Cavill. But, we shall see. It does, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. These are just movies at the end of the day. It's nothing to get too hysterical or upset about. It's just entertainment. There is still other DC projects there's other DC projects to enjoy. The last Halloween came out in animation. That was a good show. They did fairly well. Usually animation is a little bit more well orchestrated, put together than the live action. Let's see here. Batman says we got the Ayer Cut event on the 13th. Next step in the Snyderverse. And yeah, you know what? That's another thing that if it is released and all the buzz from Variety, even though I'm not a fan of Variety, I am not a fan of Variety in whatsoever. I've seen what they do and I've seen through the lies of the Jedi. But the thing is that with Variety coming out and asking these people on the red carpet and putting it out there about the Ayer Cut, and the only reason why they did that is because of David. Because David Ayer put out that that letter stating, "Hey, this is what I went through. This is labor of love, blah blah blah." I mean, not paraphrasing, just kind of snippet. But he came out heartfelt, and what they're doing is just saying, "Oh wow, we can't really if we ignore that we're d-bags, and we can't let everybody know that we're d-bags. So let's go ahead and give him some time in the sun. We'll let him bask in the aftermath of such a heartfelt letter, and then hopefully that'll go away." With announcements like the the Blue Beetle show and the Valzad show and things like that. They're just going to continue to throw things out there. They've got their DC Fandom thing coming up, and they're probably going to put a lot of stuff in there, a lot of smoke and mirrors and things like that. So hopefully it's good stuff. Hopefully there will be something there to be excited about. That'd be cool. Let's see. Ale to the Zurath, or Zurath. Yeah, that's right. Art Man, what's up, man? How you doing? Jub Diaz. Tarun says, we still got Snyder's characters in upcoming films. So that's the thing, is that they are honoring these characters that have come before. And they don't really have to, but, contractually, possibly, maybe they have to in certain situations. Maybe they could just pay them off. Maybe, it just depends. I'm not privy to that information, and it doesn't really bother me. But the thing is that, hey, at least they are sort of allowing for these things to still exist on screen in their universe that they own. So, hey, you know what? That was their plan. Their plan was to release the Snyder Cut, call it a trilogy. Hopefully it'll die off, and that's their plan, and they're sticking to it. They're doubling down. Let's see. Jump says, "Hail to Zurath, Elite Trooper, Terror." Yeah, there you go. Steve says, "Great take, Ryan. Thank you so much. Thank you guys again for being here. I'm reading your comments just to sort of, hey, thank you so much for being here. I love interacting. I'm going to draw in just a second. I just wanted to give you guys some love if I can. So yes. Hashtag Ryan is sex. That's awesome. Hey, what's up, Belle? How you doing? Nova Joe, how you doing? Thank you so much. I got Frank in the Snyderverse. He's letting me know he is Frank today, instead of changing his name on YouTube as well and confusing everyone. Irregular Neil, hey man, what's up, guys? Philip's here, man. Thank you so much for being here. It really does mean a lot that you guys are willing to give up some of your time, at least put me on in the background as you're cooking your dinner or whatever, and I'm the entertainment as you hopefully do not scorch your meal. So yes, I want you to smash that like button. Let everybody know that that this is going on. This is what's happening. But yeah, Zeeverfett, that's what's up. Frank says, yeah, I got him. Philip Belrev, let's see, she's here. ACS, I see you. What's good? Hey, man, I did send you a link. And Nick was saying, hey, I didn't give him a link, but I did. And so I sent one to him directly because I don't know. But he's got a lot on his plate at his house right now with renovations and things like that. What's up, DC? What's up, DC Talk? How you doing? Thank you for saying hello to everybody in the chat for me. I hope Zach's Superman will still have a cameo. I hope so. I mean, he cameoed in, well, not really. His character rather cameoed in Shazam. So hopefully they'll continue the trend. Hopefully it's Henry that is the Nick Fury of the DC, and that he comes in and he cameos and gets paid what he should for that. So yeah. Excuse me. But yeah, I have a lot of dry mouthedness. But you guys wouldn't understand that if you haven't seen White Men Can't Jump. Let me see what he got. What? No way. So I have a lurker in the back room. Let me bring him out.
Hey, what's going on?
What up? What
You're
up,
back
man?
here the whole time, man. What you been doing?
Man, hey, I gotta have one-on-one with my viewers, man. I gotta have one-on-one.
Oh yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one-on-one interaction is very, very important. So
It
I
sure
do
is.
agree with that. I do.
It
agree.
sure is. So who's joining the stream? Oh, what a douche! Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Right,
Well,
so
as
I'll
you
see
can
you
see,
later.
yeah. Oh, thank you for showing.
Yeah.
Thank you for showing.
I gotta go.
But yeah, Aircut event. Yeah, the Aircut event was pushed back, and I think it was very
back.
nice of David to request that to give James Gunn's Suicide Squad its time in the sun as well. And again, hopefully, all this talk or whatever could possibly bring about the release of his cut on HBO Max.
I think it can happen easily. It's just
It could happen.
of.
I can't deny that this is a possibility.
But
yeah,
picture
yes.
of Hamada at the premiere.
The one on Twitter.
Here, I'll get it.
Hold on.
I'll get it.
Okay. Let me continue down. Let me see. So we have. Let me see. White McKinney. Yes, that movie is fantastic. But are you hearing me or are you just listening? Here we go. Oh yeah. Yeah. So I was feeling quirky. So again, guys, if you are following me on Twitter, I got 4 likes for this. I'd love to get some love. But anyway, so again,
he only got 4 likes.
I only got 4 likes, and you're not one of them, ass. So
yeah, there we go.
Yeah, thanks.
Can't say that now.
Yeah. But in this photo, it just, out of all the smiles, his looked the least genuine. And so I was like, apologize for my bad behavior. That's below my pay grade. So, and another one I put out, like, it looks like he was looking around to see if there was a sniper, and you responded quite masterfully. With American Sniper.
Let me see. Where is it? I don't see it.
Well, I don't see it. Where did you put it?
Oh, it was in another one. I think you did.
Oh, I did put out a couple of them today.
Yeah, let's see. Hold on. I can find it. Hold on. Let me get past all the news.
I can find it.
I can find it. I actually, you know what? I don't think it was yours. I think somebody else posted it. And
it was. I responded to them. I said it looks like
sniper's trying to find it.
But it was good. It was good.
His face, he's just kind of, maybe that's it. Walter's trash. Maybe that's his regular smile. And so he's just like, hey, yep, all right, yep. But we talked about it earlier. It really felt like, if you look into those eyes, if those eyes could talk, it would say, please, God, don't fucking ask me about Ray Fisher, please. Because imagine he was saying, instead of saying, what about the Aircut? He was like, hey, nice to see you. Walter, how do you feel about Ray Fisher asking for an apology?
Oh, he's like, fire him. Get him out of here.
He would have got fired. That guy would have got fired.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, and this is one of the questions that was asked or posed, is because, Walter had taken a backseat since last Fandom, and you hadn't seen much of him, right? And so here he is, kind of finally coming out of his shell and testing the waters, kind of like Kathleen Kennedy when it was celebration for, like, right after, the year after Last Jedi came out. The lights went down. They brought her out, and the lights went back up, so nobody could boo her as she's walking across the stage. So it's kind of the same thing. Nobody could boo this guy.
The funny story is that when I was in high school, we had a principal. Her name was Miss Gonzalez, and she had like a British accent, right? And everyone in the school hated her. I don't know why, because they were just jerks. And at one of the rallies, no, I didn't care. I was indifferent. Indifferent. At one of the because like every whatever, we'd have a rally where everyone meet in the gym, and we have this big.
Oh, you're blocked. Oh, dude, congratulations. Oh, I got blocked by Umberto.
You did?
I tweeted that out. Well, again, you don't follow me, Andre, so I wouldn't imagine.
I saw the fucking picture and I brought it up. So obviously,
did Dawson send you this link?
No, this is look. Let me see. Where
Scroll
where's
down.
the
Scroll
tweet?
down.
You haven't tweeted since this. That was 4 hours ago.
Shut up.
Look at there's
Where
yesterday.
is it?
It's
there.
not,
It is.
Oh,
there
here
it is. That's
Here
it.
it is, right here.
And
so
see,
you're blocked.
What
did you say to him? He's a very sensitive
I don't know.
man. That
I don't know.
Maimbe. There. El Maimbe. This is true badge of honor. And I would gladly share it with the world. You're a joke, Umberto, and everyone knows it. Why should you agree?
Yeah, no, it's definitely I do wear that with a badge of honor. Yes, he is.
What did you say?
He's a bish. I don't know. The thing is that I don't find out like that people block me unless I kind of fall upon like maybe
no. Oh, he
likes
me.
you.
No, I'm just kidding.
He follows you.
No, he doesn't follow me.
yeah. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
But yeah, no, he doesn't follow me. Cobra Kai kid is playing Blue Beetle. Did you guys know
doesn't like the shit that I say. You know, I mean, I speak the truth, and maybe he's just like I don't want to listen to that. I'd like to live in my bubble, and I only listen to people that agree with my paradigm. So
look, everyone was congratulating you.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Nobody likes this dude. Nobody likes this cat. He's a bish. He's a bish.
Who follows him? I don't follow that guy.
You followed him?
I don't know when I did that. It was a while ago. I don't
man. Oh wow.
All right,
clout chaser.
We're gonna.
So yeah, let's get rid of that. Oh, yeah, we don't want to get all of that.
Anyway, let's talk a little bit more about the Flash.
Actually, yeah. So we had a pretty good idea of the Flash
drive.
Before we Flash drive, as he would say. Let's see. Why is Jovian Wade Cyborg at the premiere Suicide Squad? Oh, hey, we were talking about this actually.
There we go.
Is he trying to replace Ray Fisher's Cyborg? He would be the perfect segue in that they would have the least amount of blowback pushback from the fandom because he's already Cyborg and he and Ray are cool and they're very complimentary back and forth.
Yes,
so I think that they do need a Cyborg, and if Ray, if Ray still hasn't gotten his apology from Wally, then Wally, then he's probably not. And if he's not, then hey, I mean, I know that Ray is a man of his word, and he's not going to work on another project that has Wally attached to it. So they still need a Cyborg. Who are they going to go to? They're going to cast somebody new. They could. Kamata. They could.
Kamata.
He's a bish. What's up? Let's see.
Phil?
Just want to make sure that I get. Yes, he's a bum. He is a bum. Take that and spin on it.
Exclusive.
Let's see. What do you say? Don't Zeeverfett. I got yeeted from Twitter a while ago. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know who yeeted you. That's interesting.
I think irregular. I think Neil is banned from Twitter, which I don't know how you can get banned from Twitter because Twitter is so toxic. But somehow Neil got himself kicked out of it as well.
Umberto toxic.
Yeah, he got him.
Umber toxic. Umber toxic.
Yeah, uber toxic.
Uber toxic.
Well, he was trying to describe Neil stroke. And
really?
That's what did it.
I mean, wow, that's interesting. That's because I don't. I hold. Wow. Since when did you become the physical type? I just it's the perfect line for her.
Too much blood and guts. So, I mean, look, we talked about this earlier, but Jovian Wade. Okay, so if they were to introduce Cyborg in the Flash movie, the character Cyborg, and he was played by Jovian Wade, I want to know, everyone here in the panel, would you be okay with Jovian Wade playing Cyborg if it went unannounced?
Since he's already Cyborg, and in Doom Patrol, they just said, hey, and again, Ray has given blessing to him in the role, and of course, it's been reciprocated, so there's no animosity or anything like that, and he's an actor just doing a job, getting paid. Would you be cool with seeing Jovian come in and step up for the theatrical DCEU, current theatrical DCEU, interacting with the likes of possibly Ezra Miller and Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck and Gal Gadot? Would you be cool with that? Would that be something palatable? You'd be like, yeah, if Ray doesn't want to do it, then there's another actor that they already have hired. Curious. No, just no, says Ill Life. So you would, okay. For the people that say no, second question. There's a second to that. Anthony says no as well.
Two-parter.
It's a two-part question.
Two-part question.
If it's no, then would you rather they hire someone new, or would you rather they not have Cyborg seen on the big screen until they reboot the series? Interesting.
It's interesting.
Someone asked Grace.
You should post why
they call it a mail plane. No. Or is that where you're saying no, just no? Let's see. 187 says, I like him. It would be fine. Okay, Bad Dan says he'd be fine with it if they make Cyborg from the Doom Patrol Earth. I mean, Flashpoint's doing crazy stuff.
Played him. It's a multiverse, so technically he can exist in different universes. Being Cyborg, just obviously their experiences led them down a different path. So I think that if you were to use Jovian Wade, that would be probably the safest and most fan-friendly way of recasting Cyborg, but not actually recasting him because you've already used him.
Yeah. So Batman would rather Cyborg just be on assignment.
We need to figure this out.
He's like, where's Cyborg? Oh, he's on assignment.
But then again, can this guy even play like a serious role? Or is he just more,
I don't know, because to be honest, I haven't really watched. I watched Doom Patrol a little bit, but not that much, and I don't recall a lot of it. A plethora. So Frank says, I'd rather they not use Cyborg at all and replace Fisher. Then replace Fisher. Okay. I mean, again,
I mean, eventually the character of Cyborg has to have some kind of. You got to bring him back somehow. You can't just pretend like he doesn't exist because he played an integral part, as the story went on. Because I mean, look, obviously they're not going to disregard everything, and even in Justice League, Cyborg was there, so that's canon to them. So unless they're going to do something where he gets completely wiped out, then you got to figure out how you're going to use him. You're a lieutenant now.
I am, and you've been promoted. You've been promoted.
I've been tasked to locate bounty hunter.
You're the Commander Nicotina.
But he'd be the safest bet, in my opinion, is having Jovian Wade
the Cyborg from Doom Patrol wouldn't fit. Okay, so what they would do, and this is just my opinion, if they were to use Jovian,
he is a smaller guy, so he wouldn't fit in the same mocap suit as
right. Because when Zach casts him, they hey, what's up, Brian? He casted like people who were like 6 foot. Like these are gargantuan type people. Even Gal is 5'10". She's pretty high up there. Hell yeah, it's definitely work. Only in this Flash movie. And I'd be fine with it if they brought him in and said, hey, this is the Cyborg that's in this sort of universe or whatever. And then Barry leaves the universe and leaves him there or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be fine with it. I'd be fine with it. Let's see. Headless cameo and he gets killed.
No more headless cameos. Please, no more of those.
Yeah, headless cameo.
That would be the absolute worst. Or just like an over the shoulder shot, like Cyborg, fire up the machine.
Yeah, they don't really even need him to be there. They could just. I mean, he's mainly CG anyway. They're just like, okay, we're just using a behind the back shot, and he's not going to talk in this.
I think unless they go Jovian Wade, or unless they figure out a way to get Ray Fisher in the movie, then you're not going to see Cyborg whatsoever.
Yeah,
they're just going to completely just disregard the character.
But see, the thing is that
character.
Katsuga in the Doom Patrol, he's an actor, so he would portray the character in Doom Patrol. When he goes over to Justice League, he portrays the character, but the character that they need for the film, it'd be 2 different portrayals.
Yeah,
it would be like
in an
Justice
timeline.
League's Batman. Oh, something's got to be broken, and then Batman from Zack Snyder's Justice League, where he doesn't say that shit. Those are 2 different characters, but the same actor with the same character, but they portray in 2 different ways, and they both exist. So it would be the same type of situation where Doom Patrol is Justice League, and anything he does on the main screen would be like Snyder Cut. So it's just the same actor in Doom Patrol, he acts like a fool. In this one, he acts serious or whatever. So, but yeah, with that, and I won't bring too many more comments because I'm going to start drawing in just a second. But we have right Muharib is in here.
What's up?
Oh yeah, here, let me pull this up. Yeah, so there you go. So you have Jovian and Ray.
And I think if Jovian looks like he's wearing pajamas, but
I never. The only thing I don't like about Jovian's look is that his face looks like it's just plastered on, where it just looks weird. On Ray, it looks natural, like his eye is in the right spot.
Well, the budget's bigger too. I mean,
the budget is bigger. That's correct.
Now look, do I want them to recast Ray Fisher and bring? No, what I'm saying is that if they were going to go any route to introduce the character or reintroduce the character of Cyborg, and you're creating a movie where you're going to be in this alternate timeline, multiverse, what have you, then you can have Jovian Wade play Cyborg of that universe and say, yeah, this is what he looks like in that universe. Yeah. Like this is how he turned out.
Yeah, like his outfit.
Having Ben Affleck, you're having Michael Keaton show up. You know what I mean? So obviously, some people look different. I mean, and honestly, look, when you break it down to science, and this is something else that we had talked about earlier, and after we had talked about it, I thought about it. Look, everyone looks different, right? Obviously. But if you were to go back in time and then have your child conceive your child on a different day, he or she would look totally different because it would be a different sperm egg and that egg. Sperm, yeah. Exactly. So if that science is being applied, and most likely they would explain something that like that, so for you to understand, then it would make sense that he could look like Jovian Wade, or that Ben Affleck now looks like Michael Keaton because things didn't work out the same way. The difference, I agree. The difference between the Barry Allen, for instance. Mm-hmm. Now, well, it doesn't exactly apply to. Well, so now I just talked myself into a freaking. Oh no! But like with the Barrys, you're like, well, they look exactly the same. But I mean, the events that took place in order to prevent his mother from dying happened after he was born.
We don't know how these two came about.
We don't.
We don't know how. We have
a theory, though. We have
a theory. We have a pretty good theory. Really good. I mean, we had like nothing to do today, but
we wasted like an entire hour just trying to break this thing down.
Yeah, exactly. We should have wrote it down. It's pretty good.
I remember the whole thing.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Oh yes.
All right. So let me take this off the screen here real quick, and then I'll take that off, and let me add this to the screen. So we were talking about the Flash movie, right?
Yeah.
And how we think it possibly is set up from everything that we've seen from the leaked fandom, footage and pictures and things like that, all the way up to the stuff that we've seen, lately with on the streets and with the bat, the bat cycle and the two Ezras and the Bat Cave with the car and this guy, and her. And so we have a pretty good idea of how this thing is going to go.
Well, I don't want to say we have a pretty good idea. We
know exactly how this thing is going to.
No, we have no idea. But we talked about, don't have any idea. How would the story come together if we were making the story? And so a lot of things that we started talking about started making a lot of sense. Now these could be dead wrong. So this is, if I had the what if, I'd play it right now. More like what the fuck. But
I didn't upload. That's mine, and I didn't upload it.
I know.
All right, whatever.
So what we're saying is that, so this is speculation. This is a what if, okay? But take it with a grain of salt. But imagine if the Flash does something to where he goes back and he saves his mother, Nora.
Yeah.
Now,
Nora Allen.
Yeah. Not Nora, Mr. Freeze.
Not Nora Freeze. Yeah. I'm like, Nora.
So he goes back and he saves his mother from dying, right? But then in doing so, he essentially wakes up in an alternate universe, right?
Right.
And he doesn't know what the hell's going on. And in this universe, he also exists because basically he is now a variant. The Barry Allen that went back in time to save his mother has now become a variant in this timeline because he should never have been there. This should never have happened. Now he's created an alternate timeline that he's stuck in. And so now he meets himself, which is the long-haired Barry Allen, okay? The long-haired Ezra Miller. And he is more of like a, he's a privileged kid. His parents have been together the entire time, for instance. So he hasn't gone through the conflicts that short-haired Barry Allen has gone through in the other movies. And so because of that, when he meets him, he's like, whoa, what's going on? And so obviously Barry trusts Barry. I mean, I would trust myself because I'd be like, oh, well, you're me. So, I mean, like,
So you would automatically think that your values are exactly as they are right now but you don't take into account, or you don't take into account different experiences, because you're Barry Allen from your timeline where your mom is dead and your dad's in prison, and you basically had to really like step up and be, in charge of yourself. Whereas if you save your mom and dad could be, together or whatever, and you have different experiences because you don't have to grow up so fast, basically, is what I'm saying, so you can just, veg out, you can, play video games, whatever. And that could be what this current Barry, with the long hair, we'll just call him Barry, long hair Barry. Long hair Barry. Here you go. Long hair Barry. And short hair Barry.
So here you have both Barrys talking, and then go back to the other screen again. And then in this scene, you see Barry, long-haired Barry, looking very surprised. Now, we don't know what's happening in this scene. It could be that, he's walking in the Batcave, and imagine, because you want to keep short-haired Barry ambiguous to what movie he came from, without disregarding the Snyderverse or Justice League. So, imagine he walks in, he makes that expression, you're like, whoa, it's like a Batcave, right? I know. Okay, just stay with us. Come on. And so when he's talking to Michael Keaton, he goes, what happened in your world? Like in my world, my mother died and my father is in prison, and I need to fix things. But to long-haired Barry, that's like, well, wait a minute.
Well, that world sucks.
And if I help him, that means that my mother's going to die and I won't exist.
Yeah.
And my father goes to prison, all because he wants to change everything. And so because of that, long-haired Barry becomes the villain in this story. Now, this is hypothetical.
Because he does not go along with, the Barry that we know from Justice League, whatever. And so this Barry here doesn't have any powers because he was never put in that position. He was never in that situation.
Exactly. And so because of that, that's what it would be, is that you have long-haired Barry. He realizes, wait a minute, if I help you, my mom dies, I don't exist, my dad goes to jail, and the world is a totally different place that I don't recognize, and I don't want that to happen. So imagine if Keaton helps Barry make this machine to help, and imagine when Barry awakens in this world, neither one of them have any powers. So if this Barry somehow gets in the machine or impersonates short-haired Barry, maybe wearing the suit, gets the power, and all of a sudden long-haired Barry has the power of the Speed Force, while the short-haired Barry, the one we know from the previous movies, doesn't. So then they go, how do we stop him now? Well, where's Superman? And they're like, who's Superman? And then that's when they go, and however the story plays out, they find that instead of a weak and struggling Kal-El, it's
that
Sasha
you've seen
Calle.
from the comics. It's now Sasha Calle instead of So it's a big twist on the Superman aspect of it, and already you don't have not Henry Allen, Thomas Wayne in the movie, so it's already taking liberties with characters. So to
me, that's a big mistake. I mean, look, I'm happy to see Keaton come back and play Batman again. That's really cool. But I would have really wanted to see Jeffrey Dean Morgan play the Flashpoint Batman in this movie.
I would have preferred that myself. The only thing I don't prefer, which I know, there's a lot of people that. And let me go back to the comics real quick because I am drawing, is that I'm not a fan, and you know this, of Martha Wayne becoming Joker. I think that's not a good. It doesn't make any sense. It would have made more sense had she been like, I'm going to fight next to my husband and stop any other child from dying.
Yeah.
I'm not. You know, that would have made more sense to me. It just felt like they did that back in the 80s. I think they made that in the 80s, the Flashpoint, or 90s. Was it 80s or 90s where they made this story, and Flashpoint. And I think Jeff Johns wrote it, right? I think he wrote Flashpoint.
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
I'm not sure. Anybody can fact check me, because I really don't know. But let me just pull this from you guys. What the fuck is Blue Beetle? What are his powers? His powers are very. I want to say.
Fuck is Blue? I know, right?
Well, his powers are pretty dope. They remind me a lot of Cyborg. So this is his like a Hispanic Cyborg. That's pretty much it. He gets his powers from a scarab that's on his back, attaches to him, and then like an exoskeleton suit, sort of forms around him, and the scarab sort of like telepathically or connects to him, kind of like the octopus Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2. Where the octopus limbs were sort of talking to Octavius. It's the same thing for the scarab. It sort of talks to him, but it's like an exoskeleton, and you're sort of a warrior that's like wearing it or whatever, and you can make a hand blaster, or you have the wings and whatever, and it's interesting, but it's very similar to.
It's like taking
Cyborg.
Tom Holland's Spider-Man,
yeah,
and combining it with Iron Man.
Yeah,
and you know what I mean, so he has those kind of abilities. So yeah, and that's the other twist too that they can throw in there, is that when he sees his father, it's played by Ron Livingston. He's like, "Who are you? I'm your father." Like, what? And that could be where it starts. Like, wait, something's wrong, and then all of a sudden he realizes, "Oh shit, I fucked everything up." And they'll be like, maybe that's who he runs into first. He's like, "Hey Barry, when'd you cut your hair?"
What's up, TW?
What?
What's up, Truth? What's up, Truth?
What's up, Truth?
I thought I sent him a. Hold on, let me see.
You probably don't give it. He's just like, I'm not going on his damn stupid.
I sent you a link too. I don't know how you didn't get a link. I
never saw the link. I had to ask you for it. You were withholding.
I thought that was it. Didn't I send it? Oh, it was yesterday.
You're drawing here. Is this a man with a flashlight?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, you've got it. No. So what I'm doing here is I'm doing a quick rendering of a pose. So this is going to be Blue Beetle. So I mean, we just got Blue Beetle cast, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I haven't drawn Blue Beetle. So that might be something that I'm interested in. So
if you had a evil Barry who has these abilities now, who had gone through the experiences that short hair Barry had gone through, and now he's doing it for selfish reasons, then he becomes your villain. And then you have to try and stop him now. But the question becomes, at the end of the movie, where does that leave that Barry? Do you kill him and then?
I don't think he dies. I think that would be too. That's going against what they're trying to set up, in my opinion. I think he gets imprisoned in whatever Sasha was imprisoned in, maybe because he's a superpowered being, and they just kind of leave him there. I don't know. That could be. I mean, that could definitely be.
Or they do something to where something strips his powers, perhaps, and then,
or maybe he disappears. Maybe he doesn't exist anymore because of the change of reality.
Maybe, and then then there's talk about what that Twitter account was saying that Henry Cavill is going to be in the movie. I mean, if you were to see Cavill, I would imagine it would be at the very end of the movie. That Cavill will show up with Batman, or show up and Batman be in the same scene, just to let you know that this universe still exists. Because I mean, those are big actors, and realistically, I mean, you would think that they'd want to take advantage of those actors and say, "Hey, let's make some more movies with these guys because these guys are big." But you never know with these guys.
They're like, that's stupid. That's a dumb.
They're like, oh, they're friends with Snyder. I don't want anything to do with them.
I saw him at the cookout.
Yeah. I want Michael B. Jordan's Superman and Sasha Calle. And they're going to have a baby.
No. Blue Beetle is the closest thing to DC's Spider-Man. And I think that's what DC's really banking on. I think that's why they greenlit it and said, yes, let's do it. Because they don't really, other than Nightwing or maybe, Robin or whatever, they don't really have another character that is that close to the not popularity, but the tropes of who that character is. Well, and they younger audiences can relate.
Exactly. They need someone to relate to the younger audience. I mean, obviously they have Shazam, but Zachary Levi, he's not exactly a kid when he's in that form. So it's kind of like, well, okay. And plus they want more characters that are going to be relatable to the younger audience. So you have a Blue Beetle who's kind of like a Tom Holland, like, oh man, oh boy. Then it's like,
he's going to be super excited to be a part of the universe. And, kind of like what they did with the Flash in Justice League, he's like, this is the Batcave. I'm so excited. This is like, shut the fuck up. But yeah, so that's what it was. Let's see. Zolo's a good actor and he can pull it off. Yeah, I do like his performance as, what is his name in Diaz? No. Shoot, I forget his name in
Diaz.
It is?
I think. I don't know. He's like
Fudge.
When he's like cleaning, he's like
Miguel. His name is Miguel.
And
he does a good job. He's one of the only people in there that's really kind of talented in the show. The show's good. I like the show. I don't like the dance numbers, and Neil knows this. Neil knows that I don't like dance numbers in my fight choreography.
I thought it was funny in the first season when he's cleaning. He's like, Sensei, is there a certain way I should be doing this? Nah, I don't give a shit. Doing the wax on, wax off. He's like, nah, I don't give a shit.
It is good. They and that's a good show for nostalgia, and they do it right. As far as they don't give you exactly unfortunately, I have to admit that the trip that he took to Japan, was it Japan? Okinawa, was pointless and stupid.
And the Karate Kid?
Only to bring up the girl from Karate Kid 2, and that was kind of it.
That was it.
That was it. There was nothing more than that. Let's see. Sideways is basically DC's Spider-Man now. Who's Sideways?
Sideways?
I'm not familiar with Sideways. Guys, check out Miguel from Cobra Kai. Are not related. No Cap. No Cap, me and him are cousins. Got it. So, what else? So as far as the inclusion of Ben Affleck's Batman in the film, what do you think his role will be?
Well, I'm not, I have no fucking clue, but I mean, if I were to guess,
no, I don't like that.
I would think that the scene with him on the motorcycle, in my opinion, that feels like that's the beginning of the movie. That
it feels like they're
going to be pursuing somebody, and the Flash is going to be helping him, and so this is something that we also talked about as well, is that if you're watching the Flash movie, right, I guess you basically have to tell yourself that the events that took place in Zack Snyder's Justice League never happened, right? Yeah. Right. And so in Justice League, he never went back in time to save the Justice League.
Doesn't know
how to do that. He doesn't know how to do that. Yeah. So he would have to have that experience happen to him at the beginning of this movie, where let's say, Batman is chasing that Humvee, and let's say something bad happens and it blows up and a ton of people are going to die. And then he's able to use the Speed Force and rewind time and prevent that from happening. And then he realizes whoa, that was really weird. And then, maybe he talks to Bruce about that, and then Bruce explains to him so if you could do that, you could literally manipulate time as you see fit. And then that's when he gets the idea, I could save my mother, and then
I can save my mom. I can do all this extra stuff, and maybe he does it as a dream, and he wakes up the next day and things are different.
Yeah.
and
easily.
he doesn't remember doing it, but he does remember having that conversation with Bruce, and so he goes and he meets the other Ezra, the other Barry, because he's sort of like inserting himself into his life. He runs into his other self, and so they have a major paradox, and I put the I put the bat signal in the sky.
In the
sky. Great Scott! Batgirl came. But yeah, so then he meets his dad. Livingston is he's like, hey, what are you doing out of prison? And then his mom's there, and there's a touching moment or whatever, and then he realizes that he changed things, but he doesn't fit. He doesn't belong. So then he's like, okay, the last person I talked to was Bruce. So let me go back and reconnect with Bruce. But he's all the way in Gotham, and they're in Central City. So, and then when he goes to find Bruce, it's not the Bruce Ben Affleck that he knows. It's this other Bruce, which is Keaton. So he's just trying to make sense of shit, and he's like, again, like Andre was saying about Superman, they run into problems or whatever. They have to have a superpowered being. He and Barry knows of Cal's powers or whatever, and suggests him. He's like, well, who the hell is this? And they go and they find out that it's actually Sasha and not who Barry thought. So,
well, apparently, an article just dropped from the Direct. This was I don't know what time it dropped at, and the title says Ezra Miller's Barry Allen to face a darker version of himself in the Flash movie. So they're saying the same thing.
Okay. Well,
see, one's red, one's purple. See,
one's red. Oh my God, it's not going to be like that.
Who's the purple Flash?
There's no purple Flash. There's not a purple Flash that I'm aware of. Yeah, I don't know of any purple Flash. So
the Direct can exclusively report that this other Barry Allen.
Who is the Direct? It's a website. I remember somebody brought that up earlier. I was like, who the hell is
as a primary villain in the movie, acting as a dark Flash antagonist to displace Barry Allen. According to our sources, elements of this plotline will be heavily inspired by the Flashpoint comic storyline and the villainous Reverse Flash.
Oh no! Yeah, no, I'm just not a fan of what's going on. With
my fear is that they will take long-haired Barry and turn him into Reverse Flash, which I hope they don't do.
I hope they don't. I really hope they don't. I think that God, I'm using the wrong pen anyway. I think you are right. I think they're going to try to make him the villain, but again, I don't think they're going to hold him to where he can come back, just because Barry needs a real villain.
Yes.
He can't just be the Flash and the villain. And also everybody loves Reverse Flash. I mean, Eobard Thawne, everybody loves the what was brought in the television show. Everybody loves that stuff.
Look at Reese 75. Evil Barry's gonna have a mustache and be English. Hello, Barry.
Hey,
no,
remember me?
I really do think that long-haired Barry, who's more privileged, who hasn't had those conflicts, is going to try to take the Speed Force for himself because he wants to stop short-haired Barry, from destroying his world, essentially, and seeing his mother die. He's like, no, I'm not going to let him do that. And he's going to be misguided by his own self saying, I can't let this happen.
Yeah.
And so I think that's going to be my prediction is that that's going to be the villain, and the Direct is saying it's going to happen, but I just saw that right now. But but it makes a lot of sense. It's the fact that you're seeing two Barrys and you're seeing them in multiple scenes. And then there was the concept art where you see Barry, the Flash, with Batman and somebody else that had it covered up, which I think is probably the other Barry Allen.
Yes. From when it said spoilers.
Yeah.
And it was, and that's kind of weird, that they were going to release that, way back when. That doesn't, I don't know. That's weird that they were going to do that. So let me see. Hold up. No, I don't like that.
It is, but
because we've already got all these, everything that's happened from like the set, the set photos and all that. So
okay.
For them to hide it, it's like, why?
But here is the other thing, though. Okay, so imagine if that Barry, they defeat him, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they defeat long-haired Barry, who's now become the villain, and then short-haired Barry gets his, they find a way to get his powers back.
Yeah,
and then he leaves to go back to his world, right? Because he doesn't exist in this world.
Right.
But there's a but.
There is.
But
there's always a but.
But what if the events that took place in this world, the fact that the world may have seen a speedster running around, that's what influences years later, Eobard Thawne in becoming Reverse Flash from that world, because he saw footage of what happened and heard stories about what happened when short-haired Barry showed up and long-haired Barry got the ability to run fast and probably didn't know what he was doing and exposed himself because he didn't know what he was doing.
You don't want him exposing himself.
Well, exposing his abilities.
Yeah. I mean, Eobard has access to archives and museums and I'm
saying this could be a cheap way to create that character, saying, "Oh, he came from the world that he had made by accident." Who knows?
Well, yeah. I mean, nobody knows. I mean, that's a better theory than the one you had yesterday.
Well, Frank believes it. Frank was that Thawne backstory sounds likely. You know what I mean? Because they're like, yeah, well,
could be,
could be, because they're trying to create their own continuity now. They want to create their own universe and separate themselves from what Zach did. Like, okay, Zach did that.
Evil Barry is probably Johnny Quick.
Johnny Quick.
I don't know.
Yeah, Phil's right. This movie was written by Christina Hudson.
Hudson.
Ryan's a huge fan of Christina Hudson.
She's not the greatest writer, man. I'm sorry, but it's just like,
she written?
Oh, never apologize. All right, so Walter Hamada, whom we both love, apparently is joined the stream. # never apologize.
Hey, Walter.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, all right.
I was so hesitant. I was like, oh my what's up, man? What's up, True?
Oh, good. I heard you guys were talking good things about my Flash movie. So
yeah. It's way better. It's way better than we anticipated.
Yeah, I told you.
We thought that you didn't know what you were doing.
We thought you'd have a plan.
Yeah, well, I mean, and Sarnoff, come on now.
Well, I told you the Hamadaverse just had to stick with it. It was going to be a little bumpy at first, but over time, you guys get to see my genius, and the movies are going to be good. So don't worry about it.
I'm down. You've sold me, and this double Flash. What?
I didn't see that. Christina Hudson, Birds of Prey, great movie.
Yeah. Birds of Prey. Got to give that props.
He's like, don't watch on HBO Max. Watch it only on Blu-ray or high def.
Yeah. Spend that money.
Buy the physical copy. Don't go to HBO Max.
4K Steelbook.
Yeah, 4K Steelbook. Birds of Prey. Do they actually make that? I'm gonna look that up right now.
They had to. There's someone who will pay for that. Besides Christina.
Of course. Besides Margot. I don't even think she bought it.
Margot Robbie, yeah.
Margot, yeah. Oh, did you see her talking about the air cut? She was like,
producer.
She was like, yeah, well, I can't really talk about that because,
I don't want to get in trouble.
Terrible. Yeah, don't want to get in trouble. Films. Yes, I want more money. More money. More money for me.
She basically pulled a camel.
She did.
Shit.
You know, Cavill thought, and the problem, and I feel bad, but Cavill thought he was like, you know, just being super political and all that, and they were just like, dude, we're not going to give you anything. We are not going to do anything for you, buddy.
Buddy, are you talking to your dog?
I'm
sharing a screen with you.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Yes.
He's like, I'm drawing. Don't you see?
Yeah, no. Add to stream. Here we go. Okay,
there
so
it is. The steel
that's the steel book.
I told you.
Birds
all right,
that
is so much not as important as anything.
Stores everywhere. Go pick up your copy, please.
Best Buy. How much is it? Oh, it's sold out.
It's sold out. They only made like
a
handful of copies.
It was only $39.99.
Edition. Yeah. There you go.
Look at $39.99. That's it.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh, look at $34.99 gets you a Wonder Woman 84 steel book. No one cares about that. I wouldn't buy that.
Good Lord, Wonder Woman 84 steel book.
Yeah. Ooh,
that's pretty dope.
Tremendous movie.
Oh, here's Justice League steel book. It is $32.99 4K.
Well, there you go.
Now, Hamada's like, there you go. Buy that one. That's the one you want to buy.
Hey,
buy that one. It's free of sexual assault, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. Superman isn't a.
And this version, the Joker keeps his pants on.
He doesn't think about a reach around.
I can't believe they had that in there. Can you believe that? That's crazy. I can't believe it.
But here's the thing, though, is that if we see Cavill in the Flash movie, as we talked about earlier, Ryan, Truth, what do you think? If we see Cavill as Superman, he's gonna be in the blue suit because Justice League is canon. Zack Snyder's Justice League is not, according to Warner Brothers.
Yeah, and it would be weird to see him in the black suit. Like, what's the connection? Like, why is he wearing a black suit all of a sudden?
It would be jarring. It would be jarring for the audience that doesn't, never watched the Snyder Cut.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of people that haven't watched it. So I mean, we can't just say, hey, if you haven't watched it, it's whatever, blah blah. But it is definitely not. I don't like that either.
And just story wise, it makes no sense.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense for him to still be in the black suit, or whatever. And that's why I think that like a lot of this stuff is not, it's just not going to happen. The Snyderverse. I was a firm, and you can quote me on this. I was a firm believer of like this thing was going to come out. They were going to see the light. That this was going to be. I mean, you can't make up that garbage. But yeah, so I really thought that it was going to get its day in the sun, and everybody was going to be like, yes, how can you not, continue this universe? And they're like, watch me. They're like,
watch me.
Watch me. So, yeah, I mean, again, I was just like, I was so like down, dude. I mean, I'm not giving up on it, completely. But I'm seeing the forest through the trees, and I'm just like, you know what? They're getting their way. They're slowly allowing for people to mourn this, and I'm one of those people. They're allowing for me to mourn the death of the Snyderverse. They are holding to, or they are allowing for certain things to exist, like J.K. Simmons and all that, and that's great and wonderful, and they're not totally crapping on everything that came before it, but at the same time they're saying, hey, that's not our universe, guys. Our universe is completely different.
It's gonna break my heart if you see Cavill show up.
Go breaking my heart.
And he's wearing the blue suit. Like, well, I believe in truth. I mean, like,
But is it gonna be that corny? I hope not.
No. I think they do have time working on their side as far as like they know the stuff that was just not palatable, and they had the Justice League kind of they knew it was trash. So they knew it was trash. they're not going to double down on that aspect of it. They're going to say, I mean, minus Christina Hodson, they're going to say, well, we're going to have better writing. You know, we need better lines and stuff like that. So, I mean, you know, we can't just, you know, go down in smoke, you know, and yeah, I mean, I firmly believe that. I could be wrong. But yeah, I do believe that they got to be smarter than that. They can't. I mean, they haven't shown me otherwise, to be honest, that they are capable or smarter than that. But yeah, I mean, I've got to believe that, you know, they no, not there. That they can't just be that disconnected from reality.
They cannot, and kind of like what Brian's saying a little bit is that you can't just like disrespect the Snyderverse. Otherwise, you're going to turn a whole bunch of fans against you, and I don't think that's what they want. They want to appeal to both fandoms or audiences, the people who like the Snyder Cut and the people who like Birds of Prey, but yeah, I think that's what they want ultimately, and I'm not just always trying to shit on Birds of Prey. It's just funny, guys. I you know, if you like Birds of Prey, and that's in your collection, Steve Stan loves it. He said earlier that Steve loves a great movie.
I mean, if Steve says it's great, then you know it is. So
Steve is the word of reason. If you want an opinion,
and I do accept super chats in the guys. I do, but I only accept them in Patreon members, unfortunately, because I'm not at 1,000 yet. But I do want to get to that 1,000 mark, like my buddy down. Well, my two buddies down below. Hopefully, I can get to that
4,000. Yeah.
He just did it last month. So,
congratulations.
Let's see. Dr. Fate says no Cavill movie for years, but hey, Batgirl and Supergirl. They're throwing more things at the wall and seeing what's gonna stick.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I know what
here we go.
They're gonna do. I know what these fuckers are gonna do, man. I'm telling you. They're gonna turn that fucking Batman movie into a fucking Batgirl.
Come on and talk great things about Birds of Prey. You're not allowed on the street today.
SJW. Brian Masterman, he knows what I'm talking about. They're gonna go, hey, look, like let's go with Batgirl. It's a female.
Yeah,
it's under 2 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it just seems like these days when you're making an IP, right? When you're developing an IP, you say, okay, what are the big three? Okay, it's gotta be a girl. Check. Under 2 hours? Check. And you know, it's like it just seems like that's always what they're going for. And I have no problem with female leads. I think that's a lot of.
Why do you hate females? Though?
I don't. I'm not like you. No, I'm a huge fan of.
You're a fan of females? I don't get that. I don't get that. Especially, female persuasion.
But
female persuasion. Why does that sound like what's his face? Christopher Walken. The female persuasion.
But I mean, to put their stock into Batgirl and have Batman be a part of that, it's like, oh, he'll raise Batgirl stock, and then all of a sudden now we run with Batgirl.
What are you doing with your stock?
I don't know. Supergirl stock.
What's going on over here? Warner Brothers, help me out.
I don't understand either. Earlier today, I actually watched some of Zack Snyder's Justice League, and I was just watching it like, dude, this movie is so badass. Like, how could you not continue this?
Again, they listened to the fans that were screaming at the time, and they were like, "We've heard you. We're not going to do this anymore." And now that the fans have gone the other way and said, "Hey, you know what? We actually do like." They're like, "We already heard you. We're not going back that route. You're going to cause all these problems for us, and we're going to look stupid going back and all that." And I think it really has to do with like perception, how it looks.
And they were embarrassed. At the end of the day.
That would be embarrassing, man. Especially with Toby Emmerich, the way that he is, and the people that got fired for allowing the Snyder Cut to even happen. I mean, I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I understand why this shit's not going forward. Sucks, but I understand why they're not, doubling down and really giving us, like some fantastic content, because they're like, no, we've revamped this, dude. We're not going back.
And Warner Brothers wins at the end of the day. Like, if you give us a Snyderverse on HBO Max and you still have your theatrical side, like, that's a win-win for you guys, and it's a win-win for us, because we can have what we want.
Yeah, I mean, you can watch, you can pick and choose your content. I mean, which is supposed to be kind of how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be able to, like, say, you know what, I'm going to watch this, I won't watch that, or whatever, and bam, I've got my playlist, and they're like, playlist. I don't understand.
Okay, Bad Dan's
Spotify?
got a question.
You're talking about Spotify? Oh, Bad Dan has a question. Hold up, let me.
This is a real easy question.
Here we go. All right. So fake Hamada, Nicotina, Zeeverfett.
Excuse me, it's Walter Hamada, Bat Dan. Get it right. Continue.
If you could take
don't call him Wally.
Don't call him Wally.
Not Wally.
Not Wally.
And definitely don't call him late.
What's up? And I gotta give a shout out. I just saw a mask of shine here. Alessandro is up in here. I want to say hello. Let me go back to the question real quick for you guys. If you could take a deal where we get the Ayer cut, Batfleck project, Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3, but nothing else in the Snyderverse, would you take the deal? Yeah.
This is fucking Jeopardy.
No, I don't want that, because I want Justice League 4.
If you can't give me at least a Batgirl in there as well, Snyderverse Batgirl, I don't want it.
Are you saying that? Well, but wait a minute, Batman. You saying if I take this deal, I'm not going to get Blue Beetle?
Blue Beetle.
I want my fucking Blue Beetle.
The fucking Bat Wheels. I'm ready to go.
Bat Wheels,
dude, yes.
Super Pets.
Super Pets. Super Pets with Kevin Hart. Ooh.
Kevin Hart, heck, and Neo.
Keanu Reeves.
He's going to be in it. So yeah, I mean, you've got. What am I doing?
Although I will say that Keanu Reeves did a fantastic job in Toy Story 4 as Duke Kaboom. I loved him as that character. He did a great job. I didn't even know it was him until later on.
Oh, really? I knew it was him right away.
My wife was like, "Oh, that was Keanu Reeves." I'm like, "It was?" My God.
I actually liked his Constantine movie. I don't know if you guys saw that movie, but
I saw it. I saw it.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, I saw it.
That one chick gets butt naked.
Wow. So that's what you're.
That's what I focused on.
Got you.
All right,
hold on.
Girl with the red hair.
Hey, give me some more of that red. I want some of that redhead. No, I don't like that either.
So yesterday there was the guy from Variety who essentially, as Aaron Bailey put it earlier today, this man woke up, took a shower, put on a suit, went to the red carpet, and asked every single actor what they thought about releasing the Ayer cut, which was great. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
I wish he would have asked Hamada that question, or if he would ask Hamada, "Hey, I realize you haven't, or what are your thoughts on Ray Fisher and the apology?" He probably would have said no comment.
Yeah,
that guy would have got fired.
He'd have been like, "You're yeeted."
Thank you for the question.
Congratulations. Next.
Excuse me, I have no comment on that. And buy Justice League on 4K. I gotta go. Because that's canon. No, you bastard.
I actually like the John Cena's response to release the Ayer cut. He's like, "Yeah, if fans want it, if there's a demand for it, why not?"
I do too, but like, I'm sorry, like when they ask him the question, he's wearing the fucking peacekeeper fucking suit. He's like, "Oh yeah, I think it's in everyone's bed." I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I want to be like, hey, hold on a second, man, take the fucking mask off and talk to me." Like, or like, if you're gonna give me an answer, give it to me in character. Don't all of a sudden revert back to regular John Cena and talk to me in this fucking hideous getup. You know what I mean? I was like, come on, man. But no, he did say something really nice, and he did say, "Hey, it's in the fan, it's in their interest, in their best interest to do this. Yeah. If the fans want it, they should be listening to the fans."
Sure.
And that was the best thing you could have said, because honestly, that's what any of us would have said if we weren't a part of this fandom.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you're
looking in, you would say, yeah, I mean, why not?
Yeah, it's like you want the political answer? Like, yeah, of course. Of course, yeah. No, that'd be great. I think if they didn't do it, it'd be a complete misstep.
Joel Kinnaman said that they should release it. He was like, yeah, they should. Some other girl said they should do it, who played one of the characters. What's her face? Margot Robbie danced around.
Margot Robbie danced around that. Like I've never seen.
She knew that was coming, though.
Yeah. She knew it was coming, but
you could tell they prepped that one. Her agent was like, okay, so they're going to ask you about this. And this is what you're going to tell them. He's like, oh, put a shrimp on the
She's like, abracadabra.
What's it about my Barbie movie that's coming out pretty soon?
I know.
The Barnacle movie?
Have you met my cousin? His name is Jesse Allen. He's such a good supporter.
He's a good supporter. Wallaby Way.
He lives on Wallaby Way. Sydney, Australia.
What is that?
He's an Aussie. No, but she danced around it, and you know.
But what do you expect? Like, you should be like, yeah, Wonder Woman's fucked up.
I didn't expect her to. Yeah, like, yeah. I mean, she's still looking. She's looking out for her. You know, for her job. You know, this is. You know, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it, but you know, it is what it is. What's up?
Look at this. Hold on. So Grace Randolph really didn't like the Suicide Squad, and so so she said maybe not for laughs, irresponsibly light. It had full frontal nudity, crude discussions, over the top gore, innocents killed, human torture, animal cruelty, political commentary, shockingly evil characters. That actually sounds kind of cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then she put a bunch of serial killers on there, and I don't know. Apparently, she did not like this movie.
Interesting.
Which I find kind of shocking. Like, really, you don't like it? I mean, you would think she'd be all supportive of, you know, where they're going, but
yeah, I think she's mad because I didn't give her a screener, so that's why she gave it a
bad. She didn't get a screener.
I didn't get a screener.
So what I'd really like to say is how much I don't like the movie.
I don't like this movie, no.
What do you think, Pinocchio?
I don't know.
Oh.
Well.
Let me see. I can find the video.
Looks like you got eaten.
Hold on. Let me find the video of Grace Randolph talking about it. And we'll see what she has to say.
Hashtag Grace, I love you.
Not on this show.
True 31.
My DM open.
And she's like, I see you. I see you out there.
18 minutes long? Are you fucking kidding me?
What, her video?
I
don't know. I mean, I guess she's pretty long-winded.
Okay, check this out. We'll watch the beginning because she comes out guns blazing. Okay.
Okay,
check
go ahead.
this out. There we go. All right, there it is.
Okay, ad. All right.
She comes out guns blazing. Watch.
Okay. Nobody on the face of the earth tried harder to like this movie than me. In fact, just the other day when I was talking about its initial Rotten Tomatoes score, I said I didn't see any way I would ever give this a Rotten Tomato because I felt the actors were just doing too good a job from the trailers, and I liked certain elements of it. So imagine my surprise as the movie unfolded before me.
Is this her real voice, you think, or do you think she just does this?
What?
I think that's her real voice.
That's probably her real voice. I mean, that's a hard voice to keep up.
That's so fucked. Poor girl. All right.
And I realized much, you know, I was just so disappointed about it, but that there was no way that I could not give this a Rotten Tomato. I just have too many problems with it taste-wise. I'm gonna give this a very fair review. But I don't want to fight with anybody. Whoa. So here's the compromise I'll make.
So I won't let anybody have a say.
I've decided not to give this film a tomato at all because my Rotten Tomato would not change the score that much. And it's just not worth the headache of being one of the only handful of negative reviews. And I don't want to give thought to the narrative that some people have come up with, which is ridiculous, that I have like a personal vendetta against this movie. I mean, I honestly don't care. So enjoy your high score. I don't want to take that away from you. I don't want to rain on anyone's parade, but I do feel that I have a responsibility to point out that this parade, I believe, appeals to a smaller group than Warner Brothers and the initial Rotten Tomatoes score would lead everyone to believe. I thought I was going to love this movie based on that high RT score. I thought it was going to be amazing. I was telling people to go see it.
I mean, who really believes Rotten Tomatoes scores anyway? I mean, that's the biggest bullshit that's out there.
I'm going to watch it again with you in the watch along. Maybe now that I know what's coming, that'll make it a little bit more digestible. There are really good moments in it that I'm excited to see.
Her hair is all frizzied out too. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, well, I mean, she just woke up. She's like, well, I gotta get my review out there before I drink my coffee.
I mean, look at her though. She's like all fucking. She's getting ready to go off on the Suicide Squad. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Look at the image down here. I mean, it looks totally different. She's like,
Curious to see just exactly how many people love this movie. One of you in the UK, where this movie opened last Friday, DM'd me the other day. And, you know, nobody wants to talk about this publicly because so many people want this movie to succeed, which is cool. Again, that's awesome. Have your day in the sun. Enjoy it.
Taste.
But it means that I think a lot of people who maybe don't care. Idris Elba's Bloodsport. The man can do anything. He just oozes cool. He looked so great.
I heard it was really supposed to be. Oh, fuck this.
Fucking ads.
We're done.
What happened there? What
went to a commercial. But I was asking Phil Barker earlier. I said, "Hey, did it feel like that was supposed to be Bloodsport?" And he was like, "Yeah, dude, that was total. I mean, Deadshot." He goes, "Yeah, that was totally supposed to be Deadshot."
Yeah.
I mean, they had the kid involved too, a little girl. Like, come on, really?
Well, I heard like Will Smith couldn't do it because he was doing Bad Boys 3.
What?
He probably just didn't want to do it. He was like, fuck that.
Bad Boys 3?
Yeah.
When the fuck did they film this?
I thought they already made that movie, didn't they?
Yeah. I think this was like way back in the day. That's why he couldn't do it because there was like scheduling conflicts.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why they changed the whole character to Bloodsport with Idris Elba.
They were like, is there another character like him that has a daughter that shoots people? Bloodsport. Who's that? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
You don't know him, so what are you gonna care? All right.
I think that's the exact reason why it was Bloodsport, not Deadshot. Just like in case Will Smith wants to come back and play the character again.
Oh yeah, I believe so. They did that because there was a whole thing about Idris Elba is going to be the new Deadshot, and they were like, no, don't do that.
Will Smith said, "What? No, that's not happening."
No, yeah, because when they came out saying,
he's like, he better be yeeted.
He's gonna be the new Deadshot. Then immediately they were like, "Oh shit, they figured it out." They know we swapped characters. Like, calm down, Walter. Calm down, okay? We're just gonna stay the course. Like, okay.
Stay the course.
This is not BVS, okay? We don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah, we're good. We're good, guys. We're good.
We know we have a plan.
Oh, you can take it out with the space bar?
What? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Cool. Wow.
I don't know why I hit the space bar like it's gonna do anything.
Yeah, I could control your stream.
I can get screen control. So I mean, look, here. Oh God. I want to see the Flash. I really do, and I'm excited for it. But I'm also very nervous that I'm gonna get my fucking heart broken if I see Cavill in the blue suit. Like,
okay, truth. Did you hear what we were saying? Pretty much about the Flash.
No,
like how we think it's possibly going to go. Okay, well, since Truth did not hear it, I will allow for you to sum it up.
A mulligan.
A mulligan.
What are you gonna? You want me to sum it up? What?
I don't like that at all. Well, I mean, okay. Hold on. Not just to Truth, but also to my good buddy Anthony.
What's going on?
Optimus Anthony. So, and I've actually been watching this thing like on what is it, Netflix, with the Transformers, called like Transformers Prime or some crap like that, and it's got the Maximals and the Predacons and stuff. So I've been watching that. But yeah, no, okay. So, what did you think? Or you didn't hear it? You didn't hear it, did you, Anthony?
What's that?
About what we were talking about with Ezra Miller and Ezra Miller.
Oh no! I heard the first part of the stream. I heard.
Okay, you heard. Okay,
so what do you think about our analogy of
yeah. Your
Barry?
initial thoughts. What do you got? What do you got?
Some of it can happen, you know what I mean.
But think about it.
Also, but I do. I can't remember. I think it was Nicotina who said like, your worst fear is that they're gonna turn long-haired Barry into fucking reverse flash to Eobard. Yeah. No. Don't do that.
I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they're going to do that. I think that he's going to
I'm gonna fucking scream in the theater. Like,
I think what they're going to do is he's going to know that that Barry hit our Barry basically came from a world where his parents are dead, but he's living in a world where his parents are alive. Yeah, that's not my dark side. And he's going to try to not allow him to
robbed of his pride. Well, yeah, because think about it. If he's telling Michael Keaton, he's like, yeah, in my world, my mother, she was murdered. And my father was in prison for that, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden,
and the other bears are like, that's horrible.
Like, wait, what? And he's going to realize, wait a minute, if I let him fix things, per se, then my mother dies, my father goes to jail, and I don't exist. I can't let him, I'm not going to let him do this to me.
Yeah.
He's going to destroy the world. And so then he becomes evil Barry. And I would imagine that somehow he's the one who gets the powers back. Like instead of Barry, short hair Barry getting his powers back, long-haired Barry gets the powers. And then you have a true villain because now he has a power and he's like, I'm not going to let you destroy my world, And so they're like, fuck, what are we going to do? And then they kind of go from there.
He's like, I have the power.
Hey, real quick, shouts out to the chat. What's up? What up? Shout out to the panel. I just jumped in.
What's up?
and Dylan Batia's in the chat and he's saying, the Flash is making me freaking nervous. And it's making me nervous as well. I'm excited to see it. I love seeing how Batfleck's in there. But I'm telling you right now, at this point, they can pretty much do whatever the fuck they want. But at the end of the day, as long as Ben Affleck's Batman, Henry Cavill's Superman, that whole universe still exists in some notion, then I'll be happy.
Speaking on that,
if they say that's been deleted, I'm gonna freak out.
Speaking on that, when y'all were talking about it earlier, I had like a vision. I was just like,
What do you
so premonition?
Yeah, I had a premonition.
Barry Allen was right there.
But I think
he told me
something dark.
Lois Lane.
Just bear with me.
Barry Allen.
If they're talking about and the thing came out yesterday where dude was just like, yo, I saw Superman and Batman on set at the same time. All that crazy fucking shit that dude was talking. But
liar.
I mean
Rachel. Alfred.
Wow. Like you guys have been saying, which is it's totally plausible. Is like that scene. What we've been seeing from the Flash set is like the opening to the movie. Like that's totally plausible. And for some reason, what we've been seeing for almost 2 weeks, he still hasn't caught that Humvee, which is, whatever you want to say about that. But like, he still doesn't catch it. And all of a sudden, Superman, Henry Cavill, just lands. Humvee crashes into him and explodes because he's fucking Superman. And then he's just like, yo, and he just says a couple of words, something to the point of just like, yo,
you're welcome.
Yeah, exactly.
But here's the thing. I agree with that. I think that would be awesome. I would love to see that. But because Zack said himself, because Justice League, as horrible movie that is, they consider that canon, he would be wearing the blue suit.
Yeah.
Of course he's wearing the blue suit.
But why would he be wearing the black suit? That's the thing.
Yeah. There's, we already said this, is that nobody knows.
You're spinning it. Ryan, can you keep rotating it?
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen to me if Cavill's on the blue suit.
What I'm saying is, like, if they're going to bring Henry in for something, and it's going to be in that scene or anything close to that, that's he land. This is just my thoughts. He would land, the Humvee would crash, and Batman would be like, "God damn it!" You know what I mean? You know, just that relationship, and him would be like, "You're welcome."
Yeah.
And there'd be some kind of conversation there, and then he bounce.
Yeah,
and then we go into the movie.
He would land, stop them, and then Batman would say something like I had it under control.
Yeah.
And people would be freaking out if that happens. They'd be like, "Oh, thank God," because we haven't seen Henry Cavill Superman in a while.
Oh no!
But if they did that, that would establish like, hey guys, he's still Superman.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
And at that point, even if he's wearing a fucking pink suit, I would take it. Like, fine.
Pink suit?
I mean, like, I'm just saying. At that point, I'd be like,
Anthony'd be like, "Yo, that's fire."
I would take it because I just want to see more Cavill as Superman.
Yeah.
I don't want to see other iterations of Superman. I want to see Henry Cavill's Superman.
Yeah.
Like,
so why are we getting that?
So, what are you saying against Michael B. Jordan?
Nothing. I think he's doing a great job, but he's not Kal-El. He's not Clark Kent.
He's not. You are correct.
Unless they make Clark an African American from Detroit. Remember, like they were saying, why can't he be from Chicago or whatever?
I think like that's just my gist of just thinking about the scenario proposed by like the tweets we've seen where it's just like, yo, like Henry Cavill, the one tweet we saw was like, I saw Superman and Batman on, they were all excited about it or whatever.
Yeah.
Whoever dude was, that's like the first thing that popped into my mind was that's how simple it's going to be is Batman has been chasing this Humvee all across Gotham, and then Superman comes down, Humvee crashes into him, whatever happens, and then he's just like, "You're welcome." And then they have a conversation, like Nicotina was saying, where he's like, "I had this under control. Like you didn't have to do that." And he's just like, whatever, bounces, and then it rolls into like what the Flash movie.
Yeah, he just looks behind him and says, "Sure you did," and just take it off.
Like throughout that chase, the Humvee is destroying things and maybe even hurting people, and so that's when he discovers that he can actually bring time back and save people. And then afterwards, and does that, crashes down and goes, "I had it under control." Of course you did. And they're having a conversation, and then all of a sudden you see Barry off to the side like tripping out, and they'd be like, "Barry, is everything okay?" Yeah, everything's fine. Because in this version of Barry Allen, if he's from Justice League, he never had the opportunity to go back in time and save the League from Darkseid and all them, because dumbass Hamada over here thinks that Justice League is canon. So they have to have a scene, in my opinion at least, they have to have a scene at the beginning of the movie that establishes that where he learns about time travel.
Something, yeah.
Because in Justice
or
League,
at least kind of like he gets exposed to it or exposed to the concept of it.
So you guys think they're gonna retcon the first meeting with Nora Allen and not Nora Allen, but Iris West and Barry Allen and Zack Snyder's Justice League?
Oh no, they're just gonna already be a couple. It's just
because that's part of Zack Snyder's universe.
Yeah,
it is. But there's no hot dogs in this one.
No hot dogs in buns.
I mean, they very well could do that, but I would imagine she'll just be shoehorned in where it's like, Iris, like
she's just I think she's just the love interest.
Yeah.
And that's it. She's just sort of there, and they kind of know it. They might even talk about how they met or something. Just something like that. Just sort of like, okay, we're not really going to go into too much detail with this, but this happened, and these two know each other, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
So.
And that's it.
I think that's as much as they're going to devote to that. If they do more, great, but I don't foresee that happening.
Yeah. So. Yeah. That's it. I mean,
let me see. Let me jump into the comments real quick. Haven't looked at this in a bit, but guys, let me go backwards since
look, Phil's even saying like Ron Livingston is also playing Henry Allen. So I think that it's something. Yeah. If Barry goes back, saves his mother, and then all of a sudden he wakes up in this world that he doesn't recognize, and also another version of himself exists. I think it'd be interesting if he goes home and then you see Ron Livingston, and he's like, "Hey Barry, like, do I know you? Do you know me? I'm your father."
Oh, are you so you think that they're going to address that? I don't think they're even going to address it.
Well, because it's an alternate universe, so I think that in that case he'll be like recognize.
If it's an alternate universe, then that makes zero. Okay, you were talking about, and I agreed with you earlier when you were talking about science.
They may not acknowledge it. They may not acknowledge it. You're right.
I think he is. I think if they could get Billy, they would have used Billy. You know, what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying is because using Ron Livingston, look, how do you explain Ben Affleck turning into Michael Keaton? I mean, that's pretty far.
That's on them. That one, that's got me like.
That's like going from like ACS to like me, or it's like
oh no!
You're like, oh wow, that's a big difference in body type. You know what I mean?
That no work. That no work.
That doesn't work.
That's no good. No bueno. So here we have a Livingston.
I like how Joey jumps in here with just an inappropriate comment right off the bat.
Huge rod. You see, Haizurath is back from cleaning. Oh, and I see Commander Nicotina has found a bounty hunter, ACS Fire. The reward is Hamada being shiped to you in a box with torture device.
So the torture device.
What's up, Dad? Who looks different, but we're going to address it. Yeah. See, I don't think they are. I think it's going to be like, if you recall, like, what's his face? Corey Feldman, lesser, but he was Donatello in the first one. Somebody else voiced him in the second one. He voiced him in the third one.
That's a voice actor. And they do totally
this,
different.
But they do this a lot.
We're here. Oh man, I'm trying to think of
freaking. I mean, the only way
they can do that, they can totally do that and just have him be his father, and he'll be like, "Hey, Dad, what's up?" And
I don't think it's going to be like Oracle from The Matrix.
But to me, I would actually prefer if that happened that way, where he goes, "What are you talking about? I'm your father." Like, what?
Yeah, but okay. So again, I was going back
because
to what
it makes it a one-off, right?
About your science. No, but about your science.
Why is dude talking about comments are blocking ACS?
What?
Well, they can see your comments.
Bondo.
I haven't commented anything.
No. I haven't yeeted anybody. I'm drawn. Comments are blocking.
They're blocking ACS.
Oh! He's being hidden.
The comment.
Let me drag him up because nobody wants to see Walter. Okay, yeah, there you go. So now we know who was there.
What's up? 231. Great timing on that one.
Oh man,
great timing.
I just think it's going to be a
like the rumors Nicotina was saying earlier about sperm. Ray Livingston's sperm doesn't have doesn't have what's his face? Doesn't have Ezra Miller's type in it, right? Because you were talking about like the two different Batmans, right? They it was still Thomas and Martha, but they had sex at a different time, but they still named their son Bruce. But in this reality, if you're going off of like what's his name, Henry Allen, and you're going to Billy Crudup and then Livingston, that's two different nutsacks. Sorry.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, all right. So sorry, Anthony, but that needed to be said. Go ahead. No, you were making a point. You were making a point.
I was just saying, like,
blow them up and pull up my comment at the same time.
What comment?
No.
I'm just saying it like if they're that was my main point on this entire movie, because we've discussed this at length. It's just like, if that's how I see Henry coming in this. Even not just Henry, just Superman.
Whoa! Henry's coming now. What are we talking about?
Whoa.
Here it is.
Get the
Hashtag different sperm.
Pause, man.
I can see Henry coming in this.
Whoa! But he's got no armor.
I'm gonna get taken off the air. I can't have that up.
He's got no butt armor.
Yeah, he's got.
What's up, comic book Craig? Is this Ryan's interpretation of Sideways Man? Okay. Hey man, he's zero G.
It's all cockeyed.
And another thing before I hopped on, I heard you guys talking about briefly and shit is like Suicide Squad. Look, so Ryan, like I can't look. Here's the thing. I was able to see the movie last Thursday, and I can't wait for everyone else to see it. To like,
I need to talk.
There's gonna be some fucking discussions, and I can't wait. For it. Just
Anthony, let me just ask you. I mean, does it feel at all connected to the David Ayer theatrical, the Studio Squad?
I think it lives in its own universe.
Zack Snyder's Justice League, or is it just its own story?
Not connect. Zack Snyder's Justice League, no. However, David.
Hold the phone. Holy shit! All right, here we go. However,
Zack Snyder's Justice League, no. However, I think
that's not how you said it earlier.
It's connected in some. It's connected. Well, I'll say this, and we'll discuss this after this. I've made this point several fucking times. I think that it's connected to David Ayer shit, but I also think that like there was an agreement made between the studio.
Oh yeah,
when hiring James Gunn, and they said, "Yo, look," and when you watch this movie, it will be apparent to you from the fucking get-go that James Gunn was given the permission to do whatever the fuck he wanted. Whatever he wanted. But I also think they told him, we'll let you do that in exchange for these things. And so
you think that he got a list of to do, like honey-do from Hamada.
Yeah, that's just my opinion. That's my opinion as a fan of all of these characters. But like literally watching it, I was just like, okay, he does, dude. Like and it angers you so much as a fan of like, especially Zack Snyder's and fans of other things as well. But like you watch it and you see that he was literally given the ability to do whatever he wanted, whatever. And then you see like certain things happen, and you're just like, okay. Like,
but you still feel like Muschietti can repair or change or modify.
I'm not gonna say repair, but I think he has some. Muschietti seems like this is just from seeing him like engage with people or whatever. I think that he's gonna do some behind the back shit. And I will always go back to that when I say behind the back shit is I'm referring to Snyder making Henry Cavill's Superman suit in Justice League thus that he can take it and change the color of it in post. That's behind the back shit. That's like, yo,
who's gonna do that?
No. You can't have the black suit Superman. Okay, cool. Hey, make the suit with these, you know what I'm saying? Make it in a certain way that you can take it after in post-production and change the color. So that's what I mean when I say backhand shit. And I think he's in my personal opinion, I think he's doing some backhand shit. And whether or not we get to see that, or if it like comes out later after the movie comes out or whatever, I think that I'd say he's subscribed to that. He's subscribed to fucking the at backhand shit. That's what I'll say. He subscribed to at backhand shit, and he's just like, yo, like, yeah, we'll film this movie. Of course, you're gonna be looking at shit, and also, and I'll even go to like some of the set photos, with with Batman on the bat cycle. The cow looks blue. I think he subscribed.
It kind of does.
It does. But I think he subscribed to some, at backhand shit because it's, you know what? Let them see what they want to see while we film this movie. But then, if it has to come out like this, it does. But then if
I get you. I feel you, man. And I would love to see that, but I think if he did that backhand stuff, they would treat him like they treat Zach, and that he's not going to work on another.
He might.
Film.
Maybe he doesn't care.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like he might not. He might be in that same vein where, like, look, he stepped onto that project to do the Flash after several directors and writers departed that shit. So like he knew what he was stepping into from the get-go. But also, I think that and I've said this a billion times before, like not a billion because what the fuck, this has not been in the stream, but like I've said it a lot of times.
You heard it here first, folks.
I've said it a lot of times. It's just like, like nobody knows how hard he fought behind the scenes to keep Ray Fisher in the movie. And then obviously Ray Fisher came out and said, I'm not doing a movie where Walter White is involved. So like that's not but who knows how hard he fought before that even happened to like have the cyborg part of this movie. So nobody knows.
Sister,
none of us know. None of us can even fucking speculate. Like as far as those discussions have went. So I'll say I think because look, and this is probably, I'm not gonna say probably. This is really legit. Pete, they're watching him. You remember when Zach was on he was on a stream. He talked about how like they got like Jeff Johnston to come back and watch.
And they watched him on set.
Yeah. This is probably the same fucking thing because I am sure there's no fucking way in the world Andy Muschietti signed on to do this movie, and he was like, "This is how I want to do it," and Warner Brothers agreed with 100% of that. And,
I think that, and this is just personal. Mm-hmm. I think that they went to Muschietti and said, "This is the film we want you to make, and you can add some stuff to it if you want." Mm-hmm. But this, like James Gunn, they were like, "This is what we want to see. Can you give us this? And if you can give us this, then you can have whatever you want with this."
Or do you think, like, if this Flash movie is really successful, that next time Andy will have more creative freedom and Warner Brothers would trust him to do whatever he wants?
Yeah, I mean, if it is successful, if they do like it, if it's palatable, everybody, all the fans are like, yes, this is such a great idea. Yeah. I think yes, they would allow for him to give him more freedoms. I don't know if that's where I want it. To allow freedoms to do more of what he wants to play with the Flash. Yeah,
because he played ball the first time.
He played ball, and they're like, we'll let you do it. We weren't totally upset with you, making Batfleck look, cool. However, and all that, and we're okay with you, putting the black suit on Superman. That's not happening.
No, I don't think so. But I just think like it's like that could be that's a fucking truth. That's a fucking fire possibility. It's just like you played ball the first time, so we'll give you some. I would hope they would, because if not, then we're you know what I mean. Like if you look in like I would just say like the history of a new trailer for the Batman has been certified. I imagine the drop.
That's cool.
But what do you mean with the Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad.
That movie already came out.
Released?
But the Suicide Squad already came out. That's what I'm saying. Like when it goes on HBO Max?
No, it goes on Friday, doesn't it?
No, yeah. That's what the Suicide Squad does not officially release in theaters till Friday.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was Thursday.
No, that's early premieres. That's early.
There we go. Yeah, guys, I gotta run because I have to go do dinner now. But thank you for having me on here, Ryan.
Oh yeah, man, dude. Yeah. Anytime. I appreciate it. Hey,
Truth,
you let everybody know where they can find you.
Hamada.
You can find me on Twitter at Nicotina Show, also on YouTube as well. Subscribe, like. I do content as much as I possibly can. Not as much as Truth.
No one can do as much as
I have no fucking life, so I have an excuse.
He's like, I'm gonna be on every night.
Check out my channel on YouTube. Subscribe, Nicotina Show on YouTube, and I'll see you guys later.
All right, man. Take care. Take care.
Later.
Yeah, all right, so just to say, hey, what's up to Ryan? Ryan, sorry, I'm as I'm drawing, I'm not really paying attention too much to the chat, guys. If you guys can read the chat for me at some at times, if somebody comes up with something funny or whatever, fantastic. Let's see. Ill Life says that thing that they wanted was probably Toby like, look, we need Flash to erase everything Zach did, and can you get us that? Damn. And Muschie's like, that's a tall order. So But yeah.
Let's say, hold up. The thing they wanted was something similar might have been proposed to Mr. Gunn though.
I would not be
after you watch it. That's what I want, because it doesn't officially release until Friday. Obviously, if you're going to a Thursday night premiere like you are, Ryan, you'll get to see some shit. But like this weekend and the week following, like I'd like to have those discussions are going to be good, because I think, and I've said it several times, I think they offered a similar thing to him if he would do something similar to that.
Okay.
Because
that didn't sound positive.
No, it's just because, like, look, the first Suicide Squad movie, you can say what you want about it. You can say what you want. That's your opinion.
I liked it.
I did. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, and I do also see.
I would love to see the other cut. Yeah.
Yes, that would probably amplify my thoughts about it. But the characters established in that movie, even just the cut that we got, I like a lot. I like a lot. I like the actors all did a fabulous job, obviously, and like,
I mean, I do have my issues with it, but I do like it as well. Yeah, I think
the issues have nothing to do with the characters. It just has to do with like certain things. But what I'm saying is, once you guys are able to watch the Suicide Squad, and like we can like actually have some real, like, you know what I mean, spoiler discussions about it. I can't wait to see, because as I watched it, once it got to the end, I was like, oh man, yo, what the like? It's just
you got fucked up.
He's like, I can't wait for that Peacemaker.
No.
Okay. Are you excited about this Peacemaker series after watch? No, you're not. Okay.
No.
That was quick.
Okay.
Like, nope.
No. That's
because I know Kinky Sphincter is all about it, and he's like, yo.
Okay, so look, like the post-credit scene. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Directly relates to it though, but like I can see what they were going for when they, because remember this movie, I don't even think it was wrapped filming when they announced the Peacemaker series.
I think it was during. Yeah,
they were like, yo, and guess what? I know why they did it, and like when you watch it, I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to say I can see why they did it, but no. That's
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, but I'm looking forward to like the discussions next week with all you guys.
Yeah,
Truth, Ryan. I'm sure we'll all have these discussions because everybody will have seen it, and we can just. And I'm sure there are going to be some people out there who are listening to this who are actually going to see it like Thursday or Friday and be like, "Oh, I dug that shit." Yeah. And I could see why they would dig it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it's a thing where I just, I understand it. But no, not in this.
So okay, let me ask you this. Do you think, knowing me, do you think that I will like it? Overall.
No. I think that there's gonna be a lot of shit in it that you will like. Action sequences, things of that nature, like the way they did certain things. But there are some things, especially me knowing your takes on shit.
You mean the proper takes?
No. Knowing your takes, you're gonna. There are some things you're gonna take issue with, but also I think there are some things that you're gonna like. That you're gonna legitimately say, "Yo, that's
typically how I roll." I don't like everything, but yeah, I mean, I can find stuff that I like.
Yeah.
I can hang.
And look, people who are listening out there, don't take what I just totally hated. There are some fire things in it, but I was just at the end of the day, once it was over, and it was really weird because like I went to like one of those. It was a screener where they sent me an email, and I didn't think I was going to be able to go at first, and then. I got a fire supervisor who is into this shit. He was like, yo, you better fucking leave work early on Thursday and go to this thing. So whatever. So I did. Nice.
That's awesome.
It was a total. I don't know if I don't think I talked about it.
It was a total fuck fest.
No. Okay, so let me tell you about my experience with this. So the theater the only one that's remotely close to me. It's in Atlanta, but it's called Atlanta Station. And if you guys live in Georgia, you know what Atlanta Station is.
No, I don't live in
Georgia. Yeah, well, I know you guys don't. It's in regular hours driving, it's almost 2 hours to get there because of traffic. Let me tell you this, it's an hour and 40 minutes to get there when I left to go, but when I got out of the movie and it was like 10:30, 11 o'clock, it took me less than an hour to get home. Traffic.
Ooh,
yeah, that's how
you were driving pissed.
I'm
gonna go home and do a review.
So I get there. And there's two showings, right? Yeah. So there's two showings. There's I think one was at. Okay, so I thought I was at the 6:30 showing. That was my bad. But but there's like a 6:30 and a 7, I think. So like I get there super early. Nothing's happening. It's hot as fuck, and I'm just like, yo. So I walk around Atlanta Station. If you don't know, it's like a mini mall. There's like a bunch of different shit to look at. There's a Target there. There's a bunch of shit. So I go look. And so I come back and I see a line forming. So like the line has come outside of the theater and it's outside.
You get in the line and it's not for the movie.
No. It's for the movie. Actually, you know what's really cool is there's a lot of extras that were in the movie because some of them filmed in Atlanta that were in the line. Like
that's nice.
There were some people in front of me in line and they were like they pull up pictures on their phone of them like in the movie. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? But anyway.
Did you like promote yourself? Like, yo, I'm ACM.
However, I did have on, I had on one of the Zack Snyder's Justice League shirts. It was the associate producer shirt, right? Yeah. So like as I'm walking amongst people, somebody dude's like, I like your shirt, man. And I was like, cool, man, appreciate it. And then like in front of me, probably
like, yeah, but you can't be here.
Yeah. Security.
Probably like I'd say 25 people ahead of me in line. I saw another one, which is odd, just to like in that same proximity, just considering like
sure.
And I was just like,
what are the odds of a Suicide Squad movie having some fans there?
Yo, Ryan said about no. It was hot enough without that shit. So like, so I get in this line. And then after close to the show starting, the first one, they bring everybody in, and they're just like, yo. We all get in there. We've all stood in line for at least an hour, and it's just like, and they're like, "Yo, this is for the 6:30 showing." So I look at my shit on my phone. I was like, "Fuck, I'm up to 6:30 showing," and they're like, "Yeah. If you're not, you got to go back outside." I was just like, "Yo, Warner Brothers, fuck you!" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was like, legitimately, that's the first thing I thought. Like as an event, because I got the email came from Warner Brothers, like. To join. So I was like, y'all don't fuck that. So anyway, I go back outside, wait for another whatever. And then they bring us in, right? So they tell us our showing has to line up outside. So we get in and there's just like this huge line. Like when they told us to go back outside, I was probably 10th in line. And mind you, if you're not familiar with how these showings work, it's like you get an email saying you're invited. However, they once so many people like
it's first come first serve.
Exactly. So many people can acknowledge they're going, but like when it comes to actually going to the theater, it's first come first serve. So there's like, you know what I mean? And I got why they do it like that, because if 50 people say they're coming, but like 17 people say they're not, then they just have 17 empty seats. You know what I mean? So they have to do it like that. So they give away more seats than it is available in the theater. Get back in there, and there's another line formed, and like the person in front of our line's like, so we're here for this shit, and they're like, yeah, get in that line. They're like, wait a minute, you told us for that showing that the line started outside, and then they're like it's a clusterfuck. So I went from being pretty much. So I went from being 10th in line to probably 50th. And so at this point in time, I'm like, yo, I don't want to sit like with my neck going like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we stood in line for a while, and then the one.
You know why they made you do that? It's because of the shirt.
Yeah.
Supporter. They're like, oh, look at this bitch.
They had a representative that was there who did the earlier showing and this one. And she was like, I guess Warner Brothers has a third party to do it because she had on, and I will say her shirt was fire. It was the Suicide Squad shirt, and everybody in line was like, "Do we get one of those shirts for doing this?" And then she's like, "Nah, no." The studio just gave us the shirt for like a third party, so like they like, in other words,
if you took a picture of the shirt, I'll recreate that shit and make it available for everybody.
I didn't take a picture.
So fuck that.
Point in time, I was like,
if anybody has that, yeah.
Yeah, if anybody has it, yeah. But so she got and she told everybody, like, look, if you have people who aren't here yet, like it's first come, first serve. So like, if you're not allowed to hold seats for people, whatever. Her whole speech, and then they finally let us in, and I got it and got myself a fire. The seat was fire. I will say that shit. I got myself a fire seat, and I had 2 seats next to me that were empty, and a couple came up and I gave
nobody sat next to you. They're like, damn.
No.
he was like,
it was full. It was full.
He's like mad.
Evil looks and shit.
He's like, yeah, I dare you to sit next to me. Bring me some popcorn.
Wear your fucking mask.
That's
wear your mask.
You couldn't get out of line to like do anything, like get popcorn and shit because the way it was. So like, I had 2 empty seats next to me, and then like some other people, and then like a couple walked up and they're like, anybody had the seats? I was like, no. So they sat down and shit.
Like, I don't know. It depends on how much you got.
And I sat there for a second. I was like, yo. Shouts out to that couple. Don't know who the fuck they are. If by any means you're watching this, much love. They were like, "Yo, yeah, we'll hold your seat while you go get some popcorn and the fucking."
That's nice.
Yeah. And I took my hat off and sat in the seat anyway. But like, and then came back in and yo. If the couple is watching this, condolences to your nachos, because so I said I could come back my popcorn. The dude gets up and goes and gets like tons of nachos, right? So like this is still before the movie starts. His girlfriend sits there and he comes back with all the nachos and sits them down. That shit just like flipped over in his seat. Nacho cheese all over his fucking seat, and I acted like I didn't see it.
What a douche. Like, yeah.
You know what I mean? You get that little face. I was like,
yikes.
Man, that's fucked up. And I just continued to fucking, because Ryan's been to the movies with me. I'll murk an entire bucket of popcorn before the movie starts. So like, I damn near did that. But anyway, that was my experience. But like the whole time, like when it was getting all this convoluted shit, I was like, Warner Brothers, can you not even put together a fan thing? But and it probably wasn't their fault. It's like the third party or whatever they got to come in. But yeah, and then I watched the movie and it was not.
It was fire.
I laughed one time. I laughed one time out loud. One time.
You laughed one time. Oh man!
Barely.
I remember when I was
watching.
There's
another couple times that I kind of chuckled, but like out loud laughed. There was one moment, and we'll talk about it after it comes out. And you guys.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be looking for that one laugh. That's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be looking for one laugh. I'm gonna be like, is it a dick joke? Is it
most likely?
What is it? Yeah, it's like, I mean, I'm sorry, but like, those jokes just don't really, there's a place for it, right?
Joey said,
there's a place for it.
All these seats open, I rip a loud one. Like,
yes, that's what I would do. I'd be like, you can sit next to me.
Yeah, and I will say this, like, there's too many jokes in the movie, but like, and this is really fun. Because the funniest thing I saw was people who like the showing started at this certain time. They were walking in like 3 minutes ahead, looking for like, my party of 6. Where can I find 6 seats? You're not gonna fucking find it. How about you get to the movie theater earlier than this?
Yeah, well, there's always those people, man.
This Batman said this Peacemaker's comment about, dude, okay. I'm not gonna go.
Did it land? In the theater, what was it? Was there more context?
Now I will say this. This also speaks to like the general audience compared to like, and this is the thing, like when I got the email from Warner Brothers saying, yo, you're invited to this exclusive pre-screening, I was like, yo, this is going out to like, you know what I mean? People who actually engage with like this stuff. No. 90 I'd say 99% of the jokes the audience was like like it was ridiculous. Like, and I'm sitting there like
I'm
this.
telling you, idiocracy, bro. I am telling you, dude. That is where we're headed. That is where we're headed. If we're not already there. If we're not already there.
So like after the movie was over, the post-credit scene happened. And when you see it, this will resonate with you when you see it, is half the audience was just like, and I was just like, not gonna tell you why I was saying but like they were just like, I'm just like, do you not know about certain things? And so like, yeah, the audience was every single joke got at least half the audience's laughter off of it.
Well, also, I mean, yes,
normies.
You got normies, but then also it's if you're with a crowd, like if you go to a, like if you're going to
right, they had that Ray Liotta Goodfellas laugh. That's exactly.
Oh man, well you know it's good. But I mean, it's like, it's like going to a comedy club and the guy's not really that funny.
Yeah.
And you're just like, but you're laughing because you're drunk. And so it's funnier because other people are laughing too, and you don't know why they're laughing, but you're laughing anyway because you don't want to be left out. And there was that one joke from The Dark Knight. Remember that joke where he put the pencil on the table and he smashed the guy's head? And it was like, ta-da. I was the only one laughing in the theater. I felt weird. I was like, but then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I'm not as stupid as these other people because I got the joke.
Yeah. No. It wasn't even a thing where like there was no drinking. I think it was just like, and look, as much as whatever, like I think James Gunn's name carries some weight as far as you know what I mean. He directed Guardians, the first two movies, and he's gonna do the third, and I think that carried some too as well. Like, dude, it was. And look, if you guys watch it and you guys find more funnier moments than I did, I'm glad that you did, because
I want to at least laugh twice.
Yeah,
that's all I'm asking.
I mean, I'm not. I don't ask for too much.
Anybody out there watching,
but this is supposed to be funny,
or if you've already seen it and you thought it was really funny, I'm so happy you did.
Yo, you need to ask. You need to ask Kinky, because he loved the movie. I don't know why, but I mean, I haven't seen the movie, so I can't say anything about that. But I mean, he loved it.
But I hate this. I hate to see anybody go to a movie theater and sit there for 2 hours and watch a movie and not enjoy themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if you enjoyed it, I am so happy for you, because like for me, I'm just like, and I will be when it comes out on HBO Max on Friday. I'm giving it another watch just because of the fact that the first time I saw it, I was just like, you know what I mean? So like, I want to make sure that like my thoughts and everything that I felt about it was like warranted, and not just. And also, it was a thing to where like once I got in there and got sat down and the movie started and
it sat you down.
Okay, relax.
They're like, here. And next time wear a better shirt.
Yeah, nah, they said that. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Shirt.
Yeah.
Signed the fucking associate producer block in the back. Yeah. No, yeah. No, I hope people enjoy it. You know what I mean? But for me personally, I just,
especially me.
It did
on the line.
Do what?
My job is on the line, so hopefully people enjoy it.
Like, dude, you are so confusing me right now. No.
Reese King
is it yes?
Is King Shark CGI is fire. The movie looks amazing for sure. Starro, there are some good wonky points, but for the most part, it looks fire. And yes, what you guys were talking about with Deadshot, yes. I think if Will Smith was going to be in this movie, if he had agreed to it, they would have taken his daughter and did what they did with
Oh no. Oh no.
What?
You're like, no, you said they would have done it with her daughter. I was like, well, wait, no, don't tell me about the daughter.
Not spoiling. I'm just saying like what they did with Idris's daughter in the movie, they would have done the same thing with
gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like they would have used her as
like, damn, they killed her. they straight gangster.
Spoilers, no, they didn't kill her, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, they would have done the exact same thing, I think. Yeah, but and the notion, look, I think me personally, I don't believe Will Smith didn't do this movie because him and David Ayer are friends. He did that movie on Netflix.
Oh, Bright, yeah, the Bright
with him, and he did not want to be involved because David Ayer was not involved. So I'll leave it at that. That's my belief. So and he didn't want to. Yeah, so he didn't want to do it. And then so they obviously would look for a similar character, and they did. Look, all the actor performances are fire. All the actors' performances are on point. Now, the material they were given to work with, something could be said about that.
Okay.
And also, Margot Robbie was stillborn to play Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I think so. She hasn't given a horrible performance yet. I mean, other than the red carpet thing, that was horrible.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
Yeah, that's just a horrible performance right there.
But as far as her in the movies and playing that's But well, look, I can't wait. Like I've said before, Actor have done 2 movies before. If he wanted to be in it, he would have. Yeah, exactly. Joey's right. If he wanted to be in it, it's Will Smith.
Yeah.
But look, I can't wait until everybody sees it and we can have some real discussions about it without having to do all these curves around spoilers.
Oh snap! I wasn't even showing this. I was like, wait. I looked up and I was like, it's not there. So okay, all right. Well, let me just show you guys what I've been working on. I haven't done the canon yet. I'll bring this up. I'm going to save this for next week.
Yeah.
I'm still going to work on. This is my Jaime Reyes. This is Blue Beetle. I've never drawn Blue Beetle before, but it doesn't matter. I'm just right now just drawing the basic form, basic shapes. So here he is. Let me just zoom in a little bit. I started off drawing just a basic form out of just shapes. Yeah. Just kind of rough it out a little bit, find out what I wanted to do. Went back in with more of a pencil. I like pencil. I've always drawn pencil, and I like the way that looks. And then I go back. What's that?
Yeah. Okay. The thigh muscle. Do something with the thigh muscle because it looks
I'm really interested on the.
It looks like a rod of truth right now.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, he's we did learn hashtag different sperm tonight, so we do pause. So, but yeah. So I'm gonna leave things as they are.
Is that the scarab?
The scarab is actually going to be on his back. I haven't drawn the scarab yet. It'll be on his shoulders, and then underneath.
It didn't crawl on his inner thigh.
So what this is kind of like understand. That's not a wiffle ball bat. Hashtag different sperm. But what it is it's kind of like Cyborg in that it's an arm cannon. So Blue Beetle.
No, because I know sometimes he can't Sometimes the scarab speaks for him, and it's like, "Yo, let's eliminate these motherfuckers." He's like, "Wait."
No, exactly. Yeah. So that's why. And another reason I was like, okay, let me draw him without the mask on, just to sort of make him look like what would Jaime Reyes maybe look like on a comic. So yeah, let me just make this a little bit more G-rated. Okay. So anyway, now he's just lost his arm. So yeah. No.
He said to scare him and give him a reach around.
It will in future episodes. But yeah. So what I'll do is I'll show this. I'm going to continue this next week.
Yeah.
And we'll go through same thing like I did with the Flash. I'll color this thing. I'm going to give him the wings and all that, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll just kind of see how it goes from there. But yeah, so this is basically my process as I draw. When I'm coming up with my own artwork. And yeah, so stay tuned because I will be starting to draw my own comic. And then, I'll share the story and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Which came first, the scarab or Jaime? Well, philosophical sperm debate. Yes. At first I thought it was bank, but no, it's debate. So, but yeah, I appreciate Nicotina, Andre, for coming in, showing some love and all that. Thank you so much for coming through. You guys go check his channel out. Let me take this off, and also go check out the True 31, who never apologizes. And this dude, I swear, he is on every single day. If you miss his, I listen to his stuff for work today. Hamada. So yeah, so check him out. Also check out ACS from the ACS universe. He has at least 3 broadcasts a week. This guy right here. And look, he's like, what? He's like, this is what you want me to tell you what I think of Suicide Squad? You want me to tell you what I think about Suicide Squad? Man, I'm gonna let you find out for yourself. So, but yeah. So I'd like to thank everybody who showed up in the chat. Whether I got your comment or not, you're much appreciated. Everyone that is on the Patreon, I appreciate it. It really does help me to keep me, able to do this as well as able to be on 4 Nerds. I'm heavily excited in seeing, Jaime Reyes realized on the small screen, at least,
yes,
I guess.
Yes.
On the small screen, but at least we're going to get a live action Blue Beetle with the scarab on his back, if you see it right there. And so his name is Zolo, and he's from Cobra Kai. Really good actor. We talked about the Flash. Check that out. It was a pretty good talk there. And also check out my Teespring and TeePublic stores if you like wearing superhero gear. I put as much up as I can like this. Sometimes it gets taken off, and I'll put it back up where I can. So if there is something that's not on my store, hit me up, DM me, let me know, and I'll see what I can do to get it on the site for you. Also, same like we're doing earlier. These shirts are still available. And all proceeds go to afsp.org. If you want to wear the swag and if you want to donate, 100% of the proceeds go to afsp.org. Appreciate it, guys. And yeah, let me stop sharing this. But yeah, so we'll see you next on the 4 Nerds on this Thursday. Yeah, so. We'll definitely be doing that. And let me see, is there anything else in the chat? Yeah, hey, later, dudes. Bye. What's up, everyone? And what's up, Caleb? So you caught the tail end. You caught the tail end of the stream. Dong. But yeah, so now his song looks like a corn dog. So, but anyway, thanks again, guys, and you have a great evening. All right.